What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So I'm finally back from my trip to YCS Lima, Peru. It was actually amazing. I didn't top, unfortunately. I played Labyrinth. The deck was really good though, so I'm not complaining. And you know what? No regrets, honestly. I had a good time. I understand even more how the deck is really nasty in the right hands, and if you know how the deck builds. So yeah, this deck is crazy. I can make like a full video on all of that and my experience as well. But anyways, so today I'll be reviewing a bunch of new cards that we got while I was away, so unfortunately I couldn't really make a video on them. But yeah, this is going to be a really big one. So before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe, check me out on Twitch and Instagram, all the beautiful fun stuff, and now let's get right into it. Alright, so the first card is a card that I talked about in my Nouvelles combo video or deck profile. No, it had to be the deck profile video. Voici la carte, here is the menu. Okay, interesting. So it's not like a Nouvelles or a recipe card. You can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn, reveal 2 Nouvelles monsters with different names from your deck. Your opponent picks one for you to add to your hand, and you shuffle the rest back into the deck. Then you can add one of these cards from your deck or grave to your hand based on the added monsters type. So if you added a beast warrior, you can search for the fish recipe. And if you add it for a warrior, you can add a meat recipe. This is basically like a pre-prep. That's actually crazy. But it's once per turn. It's not the end of the world. This is obviously going to be a 3 of in the deck because it searches freaking 2 cards. That's absolutely wild. So obviously in my deck profile, I said you have to play 3 of this and maybe cut like 3 utility cards, like 3 hand traps or something. All right, now we got the new Infernoble monsters, which again, a lot of people asked me like, oh, what do you think about all of them? And I said, you know what? I'm just going to make a video on them. So the first one is Infernoble Knight Ricciardito. That's actually Italian, that's not French. Fire Warrior Tuner, level 1, 500 attack, 0 defense. You can only use one of the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. So you can banish this card from your hand or grave, special summon one level 4 or lower Fire Warrior monster from your hand as a tuner. I've seen better. It's not garbage, but whatever. If this card is no more special summoned, you can target one level 4 or lower fire monster in your grave, except itself, sorry. Special summon it, but you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except warriors. That's not really good because last time I checked, Infernobles were abusing a lot of non-warrior monsters. So if you're locked on your warrior, you're not gonna have that many plays. And also this card can take up your normal summon. Well, you can summon it off of Isolde because it's level 1, so it's actually really not too bad. It's respectable. There might be some nice combos with this, so you know, I'll take it. Next up we have Infernoble Knight Turpin. Fire Warrior, level 4, 1400 attack, 17 defense. Again, you can only use... No, actually, this is different. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. So you can actually use both effects in the same turn. If you control a monster equipped with an equip card, you can special summon this card from your hand or grave, but if it is summoned from the graveyard, banish and release the field. Alright, I mean, that's still a really good effect. If you're playing a Sublimation Knight with like the mouse or something, there could be some nice combos. If this card is in your grave, you can target one warrior monster you control, equip this card to that monster you control. Just like the other monsters like Olivier and stuff like that. If the equipped monster is used as a synchro material, you can treat it as a tuner. Again, not bad. It's not like super broken, but I'll still take it. I'm sure there are some nice combos with this. But I don't think any of these monsters are going to be any more than one-ofs at the most. Like they're not like 1-card starters or anything, so one of should be enough. All right, Angelica, Princess of Noble Arms, Fire Warrior, level 5, 1 turn. Oh, it's actually generic. You can only use both effects once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 card that mentions this card right there, Infernoble Knight Emperor Charles, or 1 Horn of Oliphant from your deck to your hand. Is that new? I don't know. I've never heard of this card. When a card or effect is activated that targets this card, or when this card is targeted for attack, quick effect, you can send 1 Fire Warrior monster from your deck to the grave, and if you do, banish this card until the end phase. Then you can special summon 1 Roland monster from your deck or extra deck. Okay, it's not bad. It also includes, you know, when you're targeting yourself with a card effect. So that could actually be really interesting. You would be able to like Foolish and then replace it with like another monster, and you can search like something. This card looks really broken if we can figure out like how to target yourself very efficiently. Just like with the Nouvelles monsters, they'll have an effect when they're being targeted or something. Alright, this card is actually ridiculous. Charlemagne, Fire Warrior Link effect, Link 1 with 3 freaking thousand attack, but the requirement is insane. It's a level 9 Infernoble Knight Emperor Charles equipped with an equip card. If this card is link summoned, you can target 1 Infernoble Knight Emperor Charles in your grave. This card's name becomes that monster's original name, and replace this effect with that monster's original effect. Then equip it to this card as an equipped spell that gives it 500 attack. Once per turn, when a spell or trap card or effect is activated, you can send 1 equipped spell from your hand or face of field to the grave, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So now you can negate spells and traps on top of being able to like destroy cards on the field, and you can equip cards on the end phase. You have both effects now. You have the effect of Charles and the effect of Charlemagne. That's actually just so freaking cool. So I'm a big fan of this card. It definitely will help the deck for sure. And again, the fact that it's a Link one, just such a freaking crazy mechanic. Link ones are always the coolest cards in the game. Alright, Infernoble Arms Al Mas, so equip spell. You can only use one of the first and second effect that this guy's once per turn, and only once that turn while this card is equipped to a monster. You can target one Infernoble Arms equip spell from your deck or graveyard to an appropriate monster you control, except in itself, then destroy this card. Not bad, not bad. If this card is sent to the grave because the equipped monster is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your Fire Warrior monsters that is banished from your grave, add it to your hand. Again, not bad, but it's worse than the other one that we had before. I think it was like Durandal or something, I forgot. That one actually searched from your deck to your hand, so it was an actual starter. This one is like less good, so yeah, I'll still take it though. The Noble Arms Museum field spell. Warrior monsters you control gain 500, well, Fire Warriors. Once per turn, you can pay 12. Add one Noble Arms card from your deck to your hand, except the field spell. So there is a Noble Arms that searches directly a monster that's a normal spell. You can actually search the equip spells too, because they're also Noble Arms cards. They're Infernoble Arms, which is still Noble Arms. So that's actually really nice. Once per turn, if you apply the cards, this card's second effect this turn, you can target one Noble Knight monster card in your spell and trap zone. Special summon it. Also, if you do not control Charlemagne at activation, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except warriors. I don't think that's the end of the world. I actually think, you know what? This card makes, this definitely is worthwhile to play, because at worst, it's a one-card starter, and at best, it's actually, like, more than that, because you can also have, like, an extender of summoning a card from your spell and trap zone, so that's really nice. I'm a big fan of this card, honestly. And also the fact that you can terraforming into this to search, like, a starter is also ridiculously fantastic. So, you know, great card, but I don't think it's going to be played as a 4-of. Just because you can search it with terraforming doesn't mean you should, because I'm pretty sure it is a hard one. Wait, well, hold on. Are you kidding me? I just realized it's not once per turn, actually. That's nuts. What? Nothing is hard once per turn? Yeah, you can actually use multiple field spells, unless I'm reading something wrong, but yeah, I didn't see any, like, you can only use these effects of the field spells once per turn, so yeah, this is way better than I really think it is. Alright, pretty insane. And now the final card is, oh my god, I love the artwork of this card. I need to make a video on this. The Epic Poem of Charles. Normal trap card, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's once per turn. Reveal one Noble Arms equipped spell in your hand, and if you do special summon one Infernoble Knight monster from your hand or deck, then either equip it with the revealed card or send the revealed card to the graveyard. Like, yeah, I mean, you can special summon a monster directly from your deck, but it's a trap card, so that's the reason why I'm kind of like, if you're summoning a monster from your deck with a trap card, it would be nice if that monster could actually, like, destroy a monster on the field, or, like, if it actually does something when you equip it with, like, a Noble Arms card, but I don't think that's the case. Anyways, you can banish this card from your grave, then target one Emperor Charles you control, equip it with one Noble Knight monster from your hand or deck as an equip spell that gives it 500 attack. You can also use the second effect right after using the first effect, because I didn't see any, like, you can only use this card outside of the turn it was sent to the grave, or you can only use one of the two effects per turn and only once that turn. But yeah, so far I really like all these cards. Anyways, let's move on into some other interesting cards. Evil Tile Forest, level 2 reptile effect monster, 900 300. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's once per turn. If this card is normal or special, you can special summon one Evil Tile monster from your hand or grave in face down defense. Not bad. During your main phase, you can set one Evil Force or Evil Instant directly from your deck. I don't think I know what any of these cards do, so I'm going to be checking them right now. So Evil Instant is a trap card that summons a monster from the deck, and then Evil Force is a normal spell card that kind of does the exact same, actually. So I think Instant is a little better. Hold on, sorry. It's actually Force that is a little better than Evil Instant. And then if a monsters you control would be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can tribute one reptile or dinosaur monster instead. Alright, interesting. Evil Soar Rios, level 4 Fire Dino. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can set one Evolutionary Bridge or Evil Singularity directly from your deck. It's actually funny how I know literally none of these cards, like, at all. Evil Singularity is a trap card. Is it kind of like the same thing in a way as Brigade Revolt in a way for, like, Xyz monsters? Evolutionary Bridge. Let me check this right now. Another trap card. When a monster is targeted for an attack, target one Evil Tile monster in your grave. Special summon that target, then redirect to that target. So that's actually dog shit. Really bad. Anyways, if you control this card that was special summoned by a fire monster's effect or normal summoned, you can send one fire reptile or dinosaur monster from your deck to the grave. Then you can make the type and level of 2 face-up monsters on the field become that sent monsters. You can send Miscellaneous Zorus and then banish it and then play from there. So not too bad, but, like, I don't know. I mean, that's still not, like, super broken. So yeah, I don't know. I've seen better. Anyways, Evil Zor Araz, Fire Dragon, rank 6, 25, 15, 2 level 6 monsters, generic. trick. Your opponent cannot target this card with materials with monster effects. So far, so good. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card, then target one face-up card your opponent controls. Negate its effects until the end of the turn. Oh my god. It's a generic Omnigate. Okay, that's broken. That's insane. If all materials attached to this card are reptile and or dinosaur monsters, you can activate this card by detaching 1 material instead of 2. What? This is insane. And it's not once per turn. Wait, hold on. Am I reading something wrong? It doesn't look like it's once per turn. So if you're using like 2 dinos, you can actually negate 2 cards. Oh my god. It's just like the other evils or monsters. Like Dolka is also not once per turn. That can negate like anything generically. And it's super easy to make. Like this card will change the game, man. It's so good. 10 out of 10. I'm a huge fan. It is generic without being like too unfair when it's generic, but it becomes unfair when it's played in what you're supposed to be playing with. So if you're playing like dinosaurs and reptiles, then this card is like genuinely like tier 0 because you get 2 negates and it's like untargetable by card effects, well, monster effects, while it has materials. So that's just amazing. Anyways, right now we got the Nemleria cards. All right, Nemleria Réalisée. What the hell is this? Huh? The Dream Materializer Sleeping Princess. That's the sketchiest name I've ever read in my life. Level 10 Light Fairy, 1500 3k defense. What? You can only use the first and second effect of this guy's once per turn. This archetype makes no sense because you can't really play like extra deck cards. So when you have monsters with low attack, they're always shitty. They're always useless. But anyways, if this card is in your hand, you can target 1 monster you control, place it on the bottom of the deck. And if you do special summon this card, not really good. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 of these effects. Add 1 Dreaming Nemleria from your deck to your extra deck face up. Oh, come on. I mean, it's better than adding it to your hand when I think about it, because you can dodge Ash. Change 1 other face-up monster on the field to face down defense position. This is not relevant right now, but it will become relevant soon enough, so don't worry about it. The only thing that I'm not a fan of is the fact that it has higher defense than attack, because you can't summon from the extra deck. So when you have weak monsters, they quite literally serve no purpose. They're just going to like occupy your monster zone. You know, when you punch for like a very small amount. But yeah, gains 100 attack for each face down card in your extra deck. It's not gonna matter too much. All right, now we got Nemleria Dream Eater's Réveil. This is a verb, réaliser, and then Réveil is, you know, when you wake up. Level 10 Dark Beast, 25-25. You can only use the first and second effect of this card must return. If this card is in your hand or grave, you can banish 3 cards from your extra deck face down. Except Dreaming Nemleria, special summon this card. You can now special summon monsters from the extra deck during the turn you activate this effect, except pendulum monsters. So in other words, except Dreaming Nemleria, because you're not playing any other pendulum monster. You can send 1 other level 10 beast monster from your hand or face up field to the grave. Set 1 Nemleria trap directly from your deck. That's actually not bad at all. So you can revive this back from the grave and you can set a Nemleria trap. I mean, I'll take it. It's again not great. That's my issue, is like because this deck just is in desperate need for like actual broken support. Anyways, Nemleria Louvre. Why Louvre? Anyways, you can only use the first and second effect of this guy's must return. Special summon 1 Nemleria monster or 1 level 10 beast monster from your hand or deck in defense, but return it to the hand during the end phase. Not bad at all. You can banish this card from your grave, then target 1 face of monster your opponent controls. It loses 100 attack and defense for each of your cards currently banished face down until the end of this turn. Okay, so clearly this is ass, but what is really nice is that you can summon the this card right there. So this is Nemleria monster. You can summon it on your opponent's turn and then Book of Moon a monster. You know, when I was talking about the Infernoble monsters, how they have like a trap card that summons a monster from deck, it would be nice if it had like an interruption when it's summoned. I don't think the Infernobles are like that, but at least this card is like that. So synergy with this trap card, I will take that again. Now we're moving on to the final cards, which are the Ursarctic and Drytron cards. Alright, so the first one is Celestial Polar Illuminite Beartron Alpha. What the flying frick? That's not gonna be the TCG name. The TCG name is probably gonna be this. Ultimate Knight Alpha Ursarctron. Okay, level 7 Water Machine. Oh, okay, it's a Drytron-esque monster. It can't be normal summoned. This card is always treated as an Ursarctic and Drytron card. Ooh, this is gonna be easy to search. Very easy to search. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by a card effect. You can only use this card. The effect of this card's name once per turn. You control an Ursarctic or Drytron monster other than itself. You can special summon this card from your hand. Then, this is insane. You can add 1 Ursarctic or Drytron spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So obviously the Drytron spells, you know, people know about them. There is Drytron Nova and the field spell, so really, really good cards. And this card has 2000 attack, so just like the other Drytron monsters. Unfortunately for Drytron, it's not a level 1, so you can't make Mu Beta Fafnir with it. So you can use it as like a ritual material, but that's pretty much it. It still searches a Drytron spell or trap, so that's still really, really good. good. Like, again, I can imagine like pure Drytron playing this card. It's really insane. And of course, I can also imagine pure Ursarctic playing this card. This is like the perfect crossover card because it doesn't force you to play both archetypes in the same deck. It rewards you for doing so because you're gonna have more flexibility, but it doesn't punish you too heavily for not doing that. So again, huge kudos to Konami for coming up with a card that I think is just the perfect solution to boosting a deck without forcing us to like fill it with like bad cards. So this is like the perfect support card. I've already said that, but anyways, Ursarctic Polar Star, level 1 water machine synchro, 700 attack, 2000 defense. Cannot be synchro summoned again, just like the other Ursarctic synchro monsters. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by sending two monsters you control with a level difference of 1 to the grave. So 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. Again, nothing new. All the Ursarctic monsters are like that. You can tribute 1 level 8 Ursarctic monster from your hand or field to the end discard. Special summon 1 level 7 Ursarctic synchro monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. And if you do, it gains this effect. Brace yourselves. Your opponent cannot activate the effects of monster special summon from the extra deck that have a level. This is like a little unfair because you can summon the Serpentrion, and that card reads negate the effects of face-up monsters without a level that were special summoned from the extra deck. So in other words, you can negate everything that your opponent summons from the extra deck. That's really overpowered, and I really have to make an Ursarctic video now because insanity. And again, this card being really good in both Ursarctic and Drytron. This card's insanity, I love it. And then these two cards are whatever. They're not garbage, but they're not great. The Infernoble 9 monsters are all really cool. I have a big crush on the Link 1 monster. I think it's a fantastic. And then the field spell is also really, really good because it's not once per turn. Well, it's not a hard once per turn at the very least because, you know, it's a soft once per turn. So depends on the amount of copies that you have. If you play terraforming and multiple field spells, you're going to be able to get a lot of searches and a lot of special summons. So very, very good card. And then this card's all right, but it's not broken whatsoever. And this card is broken, honestly. It searches 2 cards. It is a +1, just like pre-preparation of rights. Very refreshing to see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.